Okay. Hi guys, Teal Day here. Good morning to you coming from a jungle gym. So today we're going to talk about hips. If you've ever taken a class with me or hung out on the beach with me or walked down or up a hill with me or basically have been around me in person whatsoever, you'll know that I'm really obsessed with how hips work. I think hips are super fantastic. And we don't use them to their fullest capacity. A lot of us have weak hips. A lot of us have very tight hips. So I'm going to walk us through an exercise today that I like to incorporate in a lot of my classes. And it's to bring awareness to our hip mobility as well as strengthen our hips. So creating a structure in order to expand as we stretch our hips. And in turn, we also get a little thigh action, some ankle flexion, some foot strengthening, and things of that nature, because it's all connected, right? So, we're going to get started. Maybe I can tilt this a little bit. There we go. Let's see how that works. Okay. So, you're going to get started. Getting a nice seat. You can move the squishy parts out from under your bum. Like so. You can even scoot back. Here we go. Good. So, sit up nice and tall. Good. Spread your toes really wide. And flex your ankles here so that your feet are flat. And then press your heels into the floor, the backs of your calves into the floor, backs of your knees, backs of your thighs into the floor. Really press. Flex your ankles. Good. Sit up nice and tall. Belly button into spine to give us a nice good postura or posture. Right? Shoulders down away from your ears, elongating the neck. So we have a nice neutral neck here. And kind of slightly towards each other just to broaden across our chest, our collarbones. Just get a nice, beautiful posture so that we're aware of how we're sitting, correct? You can use your hands on the floor for balance if you'd like, or you can float them for a little challenge. You can bring them to heart center. You can flail them around or make Disney princess fingers, if you want to feel dainty or princessy or Disney-y. Good. Sit up nice and tall. Mind your posture. Take a nice deep inhale to prepare. As we exhale, we're going to lift our right leg about 2 to 3 inches from the ground. We're still actively pressing our left leg into the ground. This is our anchor point. This is our new center. So from our center, we can ground in order to expand. Sit up nice and tall. From your right hip, press forward on your exhale. Flex your toes, spread your toes, flex your ankle. Good. Inhale from your hip, pull back. So you see how it's from my hip crease that I'm making this movement. As you exhale and you push forward as far forward as you can. And you'll notice that there's a natural shift, inhale, pull back, in your left hip here. So this is kind of like when we're walking, our hips naturally shift and our weight naturally shifts, right? Our center of gravity naturally shifts. This is how we're designed. Inhale, pull back. You're also going to feel activation all through your inner thigh here. You're going to feel a lot of strain on your ankle and your foot. And remember to keep your postura and you work those abs as well, right? Press forward. After all, our core is our center. And it must be strong. Inhale, pull back. Good. Exhale, press forward. Set it down. Shake it out. And see if you can release your ankles and your toes to have nice neutral feet, neutral ankles, neutral toes. And just let them kind of flop out. And good. We're going to do the same opposite side. So, come at you from a different angle here. I'm going to spread your toes. Good. Flex your ankles so much that your feet are nice and flat. Nice solid spot on your floor, on your bum. Belly button in, shoulders down and away. Nice long neutral neck. Crown of that head shining to the heavens. Good, so we can receive any sort of messages we might need, right? Fingertips on the floor if you need balance, or you can float them for a little added challenge. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, left leg lifts 2 to 3 inches. Right leg plants into the ground as our anchor. Good. Inhale. Exhale from your left hip, press all the way forward as you can go. Inhale, pull back. Don't lose your posture. Exhale, press forward. Disney princess hands. Pull back. Sound effects are super helpful, you guys, I swear it. Inhale, pull back. Exhale, push forward. Good, and the more you do these, you'll start to notice that your range of motion gets deeper. You can go a little further and a little further each time. It gets a little easier. Good, exhale, press forward. Set it down, shake it out. Allow the feet to flop. Maybe give it a good little snail pose here just to stretch over. A snail pose, you kind of can round throughout your spine like this. Everything is just a little soft. Good. And then you can straighten back up, flex the toes. Give it a little bit of a better. I like to bend my knees, it's pretty early. I just like to stretch out my toes a little bit here. Mindful that I'm not straining my back, so that's why I have my knees bent. Just stretch the toes. So, that was a little bit of hip work, a little bit of bringing awareness to our hips and how they work. And so after doing that work, that exercise, see if you can take it on the road. So when you're walking today, whether you're walking to your car, walking to work, walking down a hill, walking through the jungle to a beautiful waterfall. Actually, probably not. It's been rainy. Probably have to save the waterfall for a little while. But it's a beautiful hike, and it's wonderful to focus on this hip work, because as you're walking, just notice the shifting, the natural shifting of your weight, and the distribution that you use, and see if you can mindfully move your hips instead of just falling into your step, right? Just think about it. Just be mindful of your hips today, and all days, but today especially. Until next time, thank you very much. I am Teal Day, and this was a tiny segment of mindful movement meditation. Wow.